So I go up there, and he's laying on his tarp, and he got it in his butt. I'm like, what the hell do you think you're doing? I say, pull it out right now.
What have a seat right here? In that blue chair? That blue chair right there. The lady's here to come talk to you. They'll be cool?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. All right.
What's going on? I'm Detective Sloss. Detective Russ is going to be coming in a minute, too. Here we go. Okay. So, have you ever been on your race before?
Yeah.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, spell your first name for me.
Al-Mutahan.
M-E-T-A-H-A-N?
No, Al-Mutahan. Can I please have some water? I ain't had water in 6-7 hours, please.
Yes. We will get you water in 1 minute. Somebody will probably grab it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, today is December 13th, 2019.
I ain't about to trip. I swear to God.
Just brought you some water.
I get a photo on my lip.
We'll take care of it. Let's make it like it's like you're drinking water.
My lip hurt me. Did I do it?
Okay.
Hey, that's enough. You guys want to cuss off?
I'm only pouring a little bit because I'm trying not to choke you. I don't want to. Just trying.
I'm all right. All right.
Okay, so A-L-M-U-T-A-H-A-N,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Okay, what's your last name?
McLean.
How do you spell?
McLean.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
4189.
And your social?
6.
Okay. So, yeah, it's December 13th, 2019. It is currently 9:36 at night p.m. And we are at 335 West 3rd Street, which is our safety building. Okay? We are going to be interviewing you in regards to the crime of a homicide. Okay?
Homicide, that's like premeditated.
Homicide is kind of a catch-all for somebody that died more than likely not of natural causes. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it kind of covers a lot of things. It could be murder, it could be...
That's the thing. I don't even know why my child is dead. You heard me? I still don't know.
If your child's dead?
No, they just told me he dead, but they didn't tell me what killed him or anything like that. You hear me?
That's kind of what this opportunity is for you to
Yeah,
tell us.
to discuss it with you
weren't
because...
there.
Right.
You were there. We weren't.
Right. So
This is, once we go through your rights, this is your opportunity to kind of tell us what happened today and
Okay.
how he died, how he became unresponsive because we weren't there.
Right.
Okay, so let her get through this portion of it with you real quick.
Okay. Mr. McLean, I'm going to have you read number 1 out loud for me.
I had a right to remain silent. Do not have to make any statements or answer any questions, anything I can't say.
No, just this one. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to make any statements or answer any questions. You understand?
Yes, I waive my rights.
Okay. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have a lawyer with you during questioning. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you do not have the money to hire a lawyer appointed by the court or a lawyer from the public defender's office will be provided to you before and during questioning without any cost to you. Do you understand? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer.
Right.
Okay? And you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Waiver of rights. The above statement of rights has been read to me. I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Okay,
I don't want to agree to that right now. That man just bopped me in my and told me I did it. So I feel that was pressure right there. I wanted to speak immediately.
You what?
I said, I feel like he pressured me.
Okay. But are you wanting to talk to us now? You
Yes.
have that right.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I wanna
but is
know.
that by choice? Because
Yes, I want to know what's going on. I want to know what happened to my child.
Okay, we want to know too. How many years of schooling did you complete?
Probably 8.
Okay. Okay, and you understand this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're willing to talk to us?
Mm-hmm.
And you understand you can stop at any time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, and that's just saying that I haven't threatened you, I haven't made you any promises, I haven't, none of that. You're talking of your own free will, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We want you to tell us, because we weren't there, what happened today.
Well, this is what happened. I ain't slept in about 3 days, right? Can't keep falling down the stairs, keep knocking his head around. It looked like something was wrong with his stomach last night that I noticed. And I gave him some water to throw it up. You know what I mean? I had him drink like several cups of water because it looked very odd normal. And I know that he used to eating his own shit. So I just wanted to make sure that he was okay. So he drank the water. That was it. And I guess he goes back upstairs and acting out some more. I mean, jumping off the banister, shitting everywhere, picking everywhere, the usual, might I add. I've been dealing with this for probably since he was 2 years old, he's been doing this. Yeah. And so I've been very tired. I ain't slept in 3 days, so I'm just sitting there. And here he come rolling down the stairs again, ba-doom, ba-doom. So I told him to go back upstairs. A little while later, I go up there. I see a stick in his ass, like a chair leg. So I asked him, what is he doing? And he's just steady, you know what I mean? Just steady doing what he do. This ain't the first time he tried something like that. So I see blood on the ground when I asked him to pull it out. You know what I mean? Blood squirted immediately. Now I'm freaking out. I'm like, hurry up. You need to get downstairs so I can get you in the shower. You know what I mean? And see what's going on. So at the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I just see that he bruised up as usual. Seeing he never stopped. He'd find any way, any type of way, anything to use just to put a bruise on his body. So as a parent, I just put him in the shower. I put him in the bathtub to try to, get some of the swelling to go down or whatever the situation may have been, clean him up, make sure he was good. So I'm sitting on the couch. He like, Dad, come here. He like, Dad, help. So I come up the stairs to help him. And that's when I noticed his body was cold, very, very, very cold. So I took him downstairs and tried to rinse him off, to see if he'd shake out of it, wake up. I had no clue of knowing that he was sick to that extent, or that this is gonna go anywhere near this far. I just figured he was doing his normal acting out. He was kind of tweaking a little bit, you know what I mean? But as far as just like this. This is my way of describing it, just like this. But this is something that he done pulled for many years. All the time. Damn near every day. Anytime he don't want to have his way, this is what he's pulling. Can't get him to eat his breakfast. He don't want to eat his breakfast. All he want to do is eat his feces. So I'm like, all right, at this point, there's nothing I can do but let him sit there and lay down. Okay? So, like I said, he said, Dad, help. And I came up the stairs. That's why I'm shocked right now. I'm not even crying or nothing. I'm just like in shock. Like, my child really dead? How? You hear me? is what I don't understand. Now, I know them girls didn't do nothing to him and kill him. I mean, I just don't understand it. I'm very serious. That's where I'm at. It was shocking. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, he had marks all over his body.
It's every day. Now, sometime I had to stank his behind just to prevent him from hurting himself. This boy jumped out the window before. Just straight out the window. There is no stopping him. I'm afraid. I've been telling people I was afraid, but at the same time, it was nothing I can do. And I mean, I can understand the fact that he had marks all over his body. You'd be surprised just to sit there and watch him do it. Or just to see there and you could just be like, stop, or no, or don't, and he's gonna whack, he's gonna bam, he's gonna jump, he's gonna flip, he's gonna kick. We had stairs he was looking up. He would kick him like that, you know what I mean? And kick him all kind of ways in the corner.
So he lived upstairs.
At times, yeah.
Really at times.
Well, at first he was living downstairs, but the smell got too strong. Not only that, my little brother, I just got custody of him probably like 2 years ago. I've been taking care of my little brother. Okay, so he been living with us. Do y'all have my little brother? Okay, good. I'll just make sure he all right. Okay, so, yeah, my little brother started living with us, right? And the Bob want to get aggressive with him and, you know what I mean, try to take his clothes off in front of him and stuff like that. So, I mean, I had to protect him. I had to just send Takoda upstairs. I mean, the living environment, it was fine. It wasn't, it was perfect, actually. When he went up there, it didn't stink. He had bed, he had clothes, he had everything he wanted. But this is the point that I'm trying to make as a parent. This how far this shit go. Like, I can't get a boy a blanket. Because if I give him a blanket, now he has marks all over his body from him pissing on himself and wrapping around his own blanket. You know what I mean? If he did that continuously, there'd be rashes and, you know, that's unsanitary. Flat out. And there ain't no way to keep a child like that clean that just gonna do what they want to do no matter what, regardless. I mean, I had social services out there. I called the police. The police told me he was being unruly and that when he got a little older, they'll be able to, you know, put him in some type of juvenile center. And I mean, this is the day after he jumped out the window. I mean, I'm traumatized every day. It's a new show. My child almost lost his foot. Here I am laying in the bed thinking he's asleep. You know what I mean? I'm laying in the bed thinking he's asleep. And I hear bam, bam, bam at the door. If you're upstairs, what are you doing outside? So not only did he jump through a window, but the window he jumped through was probably a little bigger than the square. A big fella like that, straight through it. I mean, he's impressive. So, like I said, he did that, and it just went on and on and on and on. Like I said, anytime that I put my hands on him, it was to keep him from hurting himself. And I mean, far as I wouldn't beat him with anything, I would just grab him and like, hey, enough's enough, like arms behind your back, like the police do. You know what I mean? It was never punch you in the eye or slam you or, you know what I mean? Never tried to do nothing out the way to him just to keep him from hurting himself. That was my biggest fear, and he just continued to hurt himself every day. I mean, he had food, fresh food, clothes, all that. All he wanted to do is show out and tell me that he acting out, and there's nothing I can do about it. And he just pissing his shit every day. I feel like that could have been the cause right there. I mean, I'm not sure, like I said. It just hit me maybe like 3 days ago, because I mean, I literally have to watch him use the bathroom every day, you know, just to make sure he's using it there and not upstairs. But not only that, but every time I go up there, there's mountains of urine and mountains of feces all around the room, the walls, everywhere. And I mean, I've told social services about how he used to crack himself and hurt himself and all that. But I mean, they said when he turned 12 years old, I could have looked into getting him into this one program or one facility. He would have turned 11 3 days from now. And like I said, ma'am, I am shocked right now at this point that he died. Never seen it coming.
3 days from now, your son turns 11?
Yes, ma'am.
What's his birthday?
The 28th. What's today?
Okay.
That was correct. 25th. Is today the 25th?
No.
What is it?
The 13th.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that either. I mean, that's how tired I am. This goes on for days and days and days. I mean, I seen him flip the table. I mean, he got the table flipped over, sticking his on the table. If you flip this thing upside down and knock this back off, that's just straight ride out. But that's the kind of stuff he was into. I ain't never sexually harassed my child or do nothing like that. That's homophobic. And I mean, that's homo, and I ain't far from gay, you know what I mean? I ain't never played with they private parts. You see my little brother, correct? Healthy as an ox. We give them the same treatment. One just chooses to eat his food, and the other one chooses to eat it. And I mean, he got fed 3-4 times a day. He would take 10 hours, 20 hours to eat his food. Yep, I mean it. There it is. 20 hours to eat a bowl of noodles. How is he supposed to gain weight? Or how is he supposed to be healthy? You know what I mean? Non-stop. So I'm dealing with that on top of the fact that now we ain't got no health insurance. Because he done got in trouble so damn much to the point where I can't leave the house for 2 minutes or not 1 minute without worrying about, is he killing himself, hurting himself, doing what he doing? I really don't know why my child is dead right now. I still don't know. And that's what I would like to know, please.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. He stayed upstairs?
Did he stay up there?
He stayed up there, right? When you
Yeah.
were talking about him pooping and peeing and
Yeah.
everything up there?
Yeah.
Like,
But-
locked up there?
Nah. We never locked him up there. Like, the lock's been on the house since we had the dogs when they were smaller. They'd get into fights. We just never took the time to take them down, you know what I mean? But we got pit bulls there. And we ain't separated, made it be blood all over everywhere. You know what I mean? So that's what the locks is for. Like, he would come down, I would invite him to watch TV. And he's my son, he was handsome, he looked just like me. You know what I mean? And I would invite him to sit down, watch TV, and this, that, and the third. And he would just, and I mean, the smell was so loud, I can go up there and clean it every day. And 5 years from now, you'll probably smell it. So if it was the fumes, I don't know what it was. I mean, I did everything in my power. That bucket that was upstairs, I used to put soap and water in it and have him clean it up. Clean the floor up, clean your walls, clean it up. Like, it's just unbearable. I'm downstairs on the couch. I can't even sleep because the smell is so strong. Yeah. I mean, outrageous. And he getting put in the shower every day on a regular, you know what I mean? But regardless, it'd be like you never put a drop of water or soap on him. It's very shocking right now, the fact that he did. I mean it. I never thought that he would end up dead. I figured if he eat his own poop, I even Googled it, like, will it hurt you? And they was like, nah, you know, to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Just to see, because, I mean, I was to the point where, what am I supposed to do? Call the police and be like, oh, my son is over here eating this again today?
Did you ever take him to the doctor?
Yeah, he's been to the doctor.
He has?
Yeah.
What's his doctor?
It's been so long, I don't even know. I just know it was probably like when my health insurance ran out. Probably close to 3 years ago.
So the kid hasn't seen a doctor in 3 years?
Yeah, but he been to the hospital in less than that.
When
So
was he
he
at the hospital?
probably like a year ago when he jumped out the window.
Eight children?
Yeah, he always been very healthy.
Okay. Who was his PCP? His primary caregiver?
I didn't have no
Primary
primary.
care physician.
I didn't have one.
Where did you take him to the doctor?
I only took him to the hospital. And I only took him to the doctor when he needed it. And it won't, nothing wrong with him.
He's eating his own feces. There's something wrong with him.
I need to, but besides the fact, now I took that into consideration. He's been to counseling his whole life. See, I could tell y'all.
So where'd he go to therapy at?
He ain't been to therapy in a little while.
So he's gone to
He has been, I'd say, probably like 4 years ago.
So he's been in counseling for 4 years, but he's been in the whole way.
Maybe off and on. I probably had some online counseling services or online counselors talk to him. But
where's he go to school?
he's homeschooled. Thank you. But the thing is, like when I did have counselors speak to him, he would play them so slick to the point where it'd be like, you know, he's all good and golden. Like they wouldn't believe the stories that I tell them. Yeah. You know what I mean? For me to tell somebody that he's getting it in like that, I mean, and he didn't have to do it. It's not something that we forced upon him or anything like that. Like if I would give him ice cream and a couple cigarettes, not that I ever gave him any, but just speaking in general, like he would do anything in the world. You know what I mean? Anything in the world that you ask him, only when he get his way. He was a bully.
So if you gave him cigarettes, he would do stuff? Sorry, buddy, I'm trying to get this.
I'm just saying, if I would have gave him whatever he asked,
There we go.
he could be the perfect angel. You know what I mean? But let me say no, or you got suspended, so we can't do this. It ain't no punishing him.
He got suspended, so where's he go to school?
He was going to Horseman. He's been homeschooled for the last 2 years.
Who's homeschooling him?
I was. Yep.
Why do you have to think about that?
My lip hurt. I'm just like, You know, I've been up for 3 days. As I'm telling you, I still haven't took a nap, been to sleep. So I'm doing my best.
And you've been up for 3 days because he's been walking into walls and falling down?
Not 3 days straight, but every now and then. I mean, he would go maybe one day, yeah, pretty much, or yelling. No, he was just yelling and screaming.
That's different than what you told us earlier, though.
No, that's what he do every day. But what I'm saying is, what kept me up was his tone. Yelling, screaming, singing, dancing. Boy, it's 3 in the morning. No sleep.
Okay, so you homeschool him.
Yes.
What grade is he in?
5th grade.
Okay, and what's the stuff he's learning about right now?
Well, he was learning, but he refused to learn. Every book that I bought him, he picked on it, he hit on it, he destroyed it. Pens became a factor of safety, and pencils, you know what I mean? And you know, learning.
Okay, so you're not homeschooling him.
I had legal documents stating that he was certified to be homeschooled.
Okay.
But like I said, he destroyed all his equipment, all of it. As a parent, I can't go out and just be like, I'm getting ready to replace all this.
So when was the last time he had schooling?
A true education, I could say probably like 2 years ago, before he got pulled out, Horseman.
Okay.
But he didn't learn anything. He wasn't doing nothing. He was threatening the teachers and telling them how he teach people a lesson and locking them out the classroom and, you know, just getting it in.
Okay. He was locking the teachers out of the classroom?
Yep.
Okay. Earlier you called him a big fella. You think he was a big fella?
Do I? Yeah, a little bit. He kind of tall.
Okay. So, I want to talk about today. You said you haven't been to sleep, is that right?
I still haven't. No, ma'am.
Okay. So, what happened when he woke up this morning then?
He never went to sleep.
Okay, so then what happened? What's been going on since 6 a.m. this morning?
So, 6 a.m. this morning, I look at the camera. I see him plunging on his table. I mean, his chair. I don't think nothing about it. I'm just like, you know, he's doing his normal weird things. So sometimes I felt like ignorance was the best answer because he was basically just seeking attention at any cost. You know what I mean? Any cost. He's been dealing with this since he was younger. He's been in the system since he was 2 years old. Anytime he didn't have his way, he'd make sure CPS show up at the house.
Okay, so keep going with your story.
He would tell him just anything. You know, the most outlandish thing. And then he said, kill myself. I'm gonna, this, that, and the third. And then come home and, how was the day? Everything was fine. Yeah,
So at 6 a.m. this morning.
6 a.m. this morning. All right, so I see him doing that. I'm paying no mind. I'm like, you know, I didn't think he was hurting himself at all. So I'm like, hey, what is he finna do?
You didn't think he was hurting himself?
Not at the time.
Okay.
I'm thinking in my head, like, what could he possibly be doing with that? Okay. So, all right, I get up around, say about 8 o'clock. Go get him his breakfast and stuff like that. So I go up there. And he laying on his tarp, and he got it in his butt. I'm like, what the hell do you think you doing? I say, pull it out right now. He wants to get the wrestling, and you know what I mean? Either way.
I don't know what you mean because I don't live in your house. So.
Well, he want to get wrestling and aggressive. Like, he don't want me to take it out of him, and he don't want me to have it, period. You know? So, I grab it out. Blood squirt. Yep. And it started dripping. So, put him in the shower. I put him in the bathtub, and I tried to clean it up and look at it to see if it was, worth me taking him to the ER right away. But to the eye, I'm not a doctor. It didn't look that bad. So I'm just thinking.
What did you see?
Just like, his butt, a hole with a little blood. Cause, I checked it out afterwards. I'm like, whoa, let me see. And she then did. And it was, just looked a little swollen. Okay. You know.
You didn't see any injuries or anything?
Nothing too heavy. I seen his butt swollen and his legs and his arms and all that, but I see that every day. Okay. It's not a day where he is not gonna, add another one. Okay. And here's the thing, as a parent, I'm afraid, I was concerned, like, damn, if I take him anywhere, they're going to be looking at me like I did this. You know what I mean? So at the same time, I was trying to just get him together to where he didn't have any bruises, and then I can take him somewhere and see about possibly more therapy or something like that.
So you know he needed some sort of treatment?
It started to hit me at the last phases, like his last week. It started to hit me that, he started being disobedient to the point where he wouldn't do nothing that he used to do. He took a real big turn. So, he started being extra disobedient. So I'm just like, I'm going to back off, let him do his thing. I'll try to keep him healed up, and then I'll get him to a treatment. Now that he's 11, maybe there'll be more options, I'm thinking. But, like I said, today, he came downstairs and, like I said, showered him up. He went back upstairs, told him to eat his breakfast. He didn't eat it. He just laid on his bed and he didn't eat it. So, I'm like, I'll just wait a while. I'm like, eventually he'll get hungry, he'll eat. He always eat. He beg for food. He's never, he want more and more. Depends on what it is. You know what I mean? I'm like, can you have some more? Can you have some more? Get some more? Sure, you can get some more.
That 20 hours later, or?
Not even 20 hours later. We're talking, maybe 3 hours later.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting there like, I'm going to check on his body again, a couple hours, give some time to cool off and check on it. So when I'm sitting on the couch and he's like, Dad, help.
What time was this when you heard him say, Dad, help?
I can't tell you exactly. I ain't had no clock in front of me.
Approximately. Was it?
I ain't been asleep in 3 days. The time, I'm pretty bad off right now when it come down to the time.
Okay. So was it?
I know it was.
Long before you called the police or shortly before you called the police?
Once he said Dad, help, I called the police 5 minutes later.
Okay.
Less than that.
Okay.
Just
so
enough to rinse him off.
He's upstairs and he says, Dad, help.
Yep.
And you come downstairs. You come upstairs.
Yep.
And what happens when you're upstairs? He's talking to you. He called for help.
Yep. He was talking to me, and then he just quit talking to me.
Upstairs.
Yep. But he was doing like this.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Was he standing?
Mm-mm.
Laying down?
Yeah. When he asked me for help, he stood up like this. He was laying down. Mm-hmm. He pushed up like this, like, Dad, help.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, let me go see what's wrong with him.
What did he use to push up with?
His bed.
His bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he pushed up, and he was like, help. So I go up there to help him out, and he got some stuff coming out of his mouth. You know what I mean? On my head, I'm thinking this shit all automatically.
Okay.
But because the night before, like I said, I just noticed how big his belly was, and I gave him some water so he can throw it up. You know, if he had anything bad in him, a couple cups of water.
Okay.
I gave about 6, 7 cups. You know, trying to force him to throw it up. Is there anything bad in there? I don't know if he swallowed his fork or what he did. So I'm like,
swallowed his fork?
yeah, that he was outrageous.
Okay.
Or what he would have done, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, get you out, you see him 1 minute, next minute you see him got a belly way out here. You like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
So what I do immediately, I try to get him some water to flush it out. And
so we're back to where he's calling for help, and he's used his bed to push himself up.
Yep.
Okay. What happens next?
So I ran up there and grabbed him, and then I rinsed him off.
Did he walk down the steps? Did you carry
Kind
him?
of, sort of. Kind of, sort of.
Tell me how you guys came down the steps.
I'm holding him like this.
Is he in front of you, behind you, or next to you?
He in front and on the side, like a little bit, because the stairs is narrow.
Okay.
Okay.
So where are your arms?
My arm's right here. This is where he at, right here.
I get that, but how are you under him or on top of him, or how are you?
Under him.
So you're under his arms?
Yep, trying to hold him up.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's walking?
Slightly. Not much.
So are you
I'm basically doing all the work.
Are you dragging his feet along, or you got him up off the steps? What do you?
Yeah, I drag him a little bit.
Okay.
Just to, you know what I mean, to hurry up, because I'm trying to assess the situation. So,
Is he still talking?
No, not much. So but he's still moving. His eyes is looking at me. He's doing his normal thing.
His eyes are looking at you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's his normal thing?
You know, just the freak out that I was telling you about. You know, the freak show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But this only happens when he's all out of options.
Did he have his clothes? Did he have clothes on?
Did he have clothes on at the time?
Yeah. What was he wearing?
No, he didn't have no clothes on. And the reason I didn't give him no clothes is because if I give him clothes, he's going to spoil them right away. We're not talking about a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old. This man is 11. Well, would have been 11 in a couple of days. So we're talking big shit. I mean, he can pile up, eat as much as he wants, and save it for about a couple of days, and then just explode, boom, everywhere. You just smell it, and it comes dripping down the stairs like butter, melting.
All right, so you're carrying him down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Okay, so I was going to call 911. I started to call him. I said, let me check him out. Make sure he not faking me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I wasn't sure if he was faking me or not. Cause like I said,
what were you calling 911 for? Because
was
you
just
said
fine.
it was normal.
Now, the reason I was going to call 911 is because, you know, he'd been throwing up and like I said.
When did he start throwing up?
When did he throw up?
Yeah.
Remember when I told you he pushed off his bed and I checked on him, I seen him throw up come out of his mouth?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I just wanted to make sure before I wasted the authorities' time that he was not playing around. So I'm like, you know, it is normal. You get me?
Okay.
Because usually I could be like, you stop right now. I mean, like right now, or really not to scare him. Or I'll just be like, maybe I'll take your dinner away tomorrow. Wouldn't do that. But as a dad, I gotta come up with something to try to make a person think that you're serious. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's like, all right. So yeah, now he's doing this. So and then I realized his eyes didn't look too good. I get on the phone.
What did his eyes look like?
His eyes looked like it just looked low, and it had a little red right here. It just looked a little low. But I mean, on a regular, he squints them like that sometimes too. So I wasn't sure.
So I think earlier you said, did you get him down the stairs, and then after he's down the stairs, what happened?
Put him in the shower.
Okay.
Not the shower, but I lay him in the bathtub.
Okay.
And like I said, he's still doing this. I'm mainly trying to get the throw up off of him again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it smells awful. So I'm trying to get it off of him. And I realized that something ain't look right. So I called 911. And I took him out the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I did everything that dispatch said to try to save my child. He did start breathing again. He was looking at me for a second again. When the EMS got there, they told me to leave out. And I heard her say that he wasn't breathing again. Then a couple minutes later, I heard her say he got his breath back. And then, and that was it.
So you got him out of the bath, and where did you put him?
I laid him on the living room floor behind the couch.
Okay. And you're doing what dispatch is telling you?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened, what did he do as he was laying there and you're giving him CPR?
What was he doing?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't doing anything.
Was he breathing?
Barely.
Was anything coming out of his mouth?
Yep. Air.
Air?
Yep.
Okay.
He was breathing kind of slowly.
Okay. Nothing else is coming out of his mouth?
Yeah. He started throwing up again.
Okay.
Yep. So what I did was I tried to lay him on the side to clear his passageway.
Okay. Where was he throwing up at? On the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's in that blankets.
Okay.
And in that, by that jacket and them blankets where he packed that evidence up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So did you lay him on a blanket? He was just laying on the floor?
Yeah, I'm just freaking out at this point. I'm trying to get some clothes on him and get him right. You know what I mean?
And this is why you're on the phone with dispatch?
Yes.
You're trying to get him dressed?
Of course. Yeah.
So
I mean, cause he can't go out the house butt ass naked. It's wintertime.
Okay.
I mean, in my mind, I think I'm doing everything right. This doesn't happen every day.
Okay. So how did the throw up get on the blanket and stuff?
How did the throw up get on the blanket?
Yeah.
He might have been close enough to throw up on it. I don't know. Or it might have slid across the floor, maybe the blanket. You know what I mean?
Well, you're the one that told me it was on the
Yeah,
blanket.
that's what I'm saying. I'm walking back and forth, so maybe we scooped it on there somehow, or I'm not really sure how it got there, to be honest.
How do you know it's there?
I kind of see it. I kind of seen it a little bit. I'm not even 100% sure. Maybe I didn't. I told you it's been 3 days.
Okay.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Okay.
But one thing I do know, I believe I seen throw up on the edge of this white blanket. That's what I'm seeing in my head right now.
Okay. Was there a throw up on the floor?
Yes, plenty of it. A
Plenty
lot.
of it?
I mean, it must have.
And it was there when the medics got there and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And how long did it take the police to get back after the medics got there?
The police is already here.
The police was already there?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
I try to cooperate with them and everything. Am I the only one being charged here?
I don't think anybody's been charged yet.
Okay, I'm just asking. I
Okay.
don't know what's going on. You hear me?
Yep. So then the medics take him away, and that's the last thing you know.
And I'm in jail.
I'm sorry?
I said, yes, ma'am. Then I'm in jail.
You've been to jail?
This is jail. I mean, I was in that back room back there.
Right, but you've not been to jail.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So I'm sitting back there. The whole time I'm just thinking my son gonna be all right, because I mean they put him in the back of the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he's gonna be all right. And I ain't gonna lie, this is another thing I want to say. When I went to give him CPR
Mm-hmm.
and I was taking it, whatever it was, out his mouth, it smelled so rotten, so awful. That's why I'm still kind of curious. Like,
Did you give him the breath? Like over his mouth? Were you giving him his breath?
his breath.
His breath, like when you do
Yeah.
CPR, you're supposed to breathe into their
Mhm.
mouth?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was giving him his breath, and I gave him 12 pumps on the chest and gave him some more. But like I said, I had him back when the ambulance got there.
So when you said that you checked his body again after this morning's incident and putting him in the bath, and then you sent him upstairs for a little bit, and then you said that you were going to wait a little bit and check his body again. Did you ever check his body again?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't, because he asked me for help. I had a certain time that I was going to do it. Like I said, I was trying to settle down a little bit, and you know what I mean?
What were you trying to settle down from?
It's just stressful every day when you deal with that for 8 years, when you got a very handsome child that can't go to school, can't have no friends, can't do right, you know, just want to embarrass at all points.
Okay. Who else was home today when this was all going on?
Nobody that I was aware of. The house is
Nobody's
pretty
been home
big.
all day?
Mm-mm.
The house is pretty big?
Yeah. Yeah, nobody that I was aware of was home.
Okay. So you didn't see Josiah?
Mm-mm. I seen Josiah when he came back with Amanda.
Okay. But you didn't see him before he
Not
left?
this morning, no.
Were you sleeping?
Mm.
House isn't that big. I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't sleeping.
Okay. So we
Not
know
that
that
I'm
this
aware
guy
of.
wasn't upstairs. Right?
Right, nah. Mm.
Okay.
He wasn't.
Does he have access to the basement?
Josiah?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Okay. So he would have been on that main floor.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
But he'd be so quiet. He ain't a loud child.
Okay.
He
And
just
Amanda wasn't there?
not that I'm aware of.
And
I've been
Jennifer
sitting
wasn't
there
there?
so long. Me and Jenny never talked.
Why not?
Just because. There ain't no drama. That's like my girlfriend's sister, so try to keep it short.
And she lives with you and she helps take care of your children, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but still,
She cooks for you guys?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't talk to her.
Not much. Mm-mm.
So you don't know if she's there or not. You don't know if Amanda's there or not. You don't know if Josiah's there or not.
Nope. All I know is that I went and when he called for help.
No, I'm talking about first thing this morning, 6 o'clock, when you took
I
her
would
to
imagine
breakfast.
they probably would have been, but
Did you share a bed with Amanda?
yeah. But I ain't sleep on it. I ain't go to bed. I hadn't been to bed.
Okay. So where have you been?
Where I was sitting on the couch,
Sitting on the couch.
watching them. It's like a 24-hour watch. It only take them a second. The flip down the stairs over the rail. I mean, not nothing small.
So you watched him on the camera?
I was, yes.
Okay. How come we couldn't see that view of the camera when we were there?
That I don't know.
Did you disconnect the camera?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Nah.
It wasn't
But
unplugged?
the man was right there with me the whole time.
Well, I mean, we weren't there the whole time.
No, I'm not following you. Can you?
Did you unplug it before you called the police?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
It's just odd to me that we couldn't see that view that you keep talking
It
about.
works sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't.
It's a 24-hour job, though.
Right. But
So
like
how
I
are you
said,
working in 24 hours?
sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. I do the best I can. I can't keep functioning for 24 hours on the regular.
So, and you said you don't ever lock those doors.
Nah, not at night. Only when I'm putting the dog up there or I bring one of my outside dogs in or something like that. That's the only time.
When Dakota's up there, do you ever lock the door? Okay. What room, where in the attic where's Dakota's room?
Well, look, it used to be in the back area, the biggest part.
Okay.
So we jumped off board. So we jumped out the window.
So you're talking about upstairs in the attic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so where's his room at now?
It was still in the attic, but just the smaller portion.
Okay. Where is his bed at then? Upstairs.
His bed.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning I put it in that back area, so he won't on it. Maybe he'll have something clean to lay down in.
Okay, so do you lock that area once you put his bed back there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where it was today then?
Yeah.
Back in that area locked.
Yeah. Because look, that'd just be another thing for him to hurt himself on. The area ain't that big. He would just go, I'm gonna flip off the bed and crack my nugget, and then I'll be here regardless.
Okay. So you lock that back area?
Yeah, I like that bit. Yes.
And the attic. So the attic's kind of like split up. You have the area where like the stairs are,
Mhm.
and then you have that like bathroom where there's like a blanket hanging from the door,
Right.
and a door and a lock,
Right.
right? Okay. And so
It
every
used
day you
to be
take his
all
bed from the big area into the small area,
Yeah.
and you throw it in there,
Yeah.
and you lock the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It used to be all one, so you put that door and lock in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because for safety, that's the measures. I had to board up. If you can't look, I boarded up all the windows in the room just to keep him from jumping out the window. Yeah.
okay. So when he was calling for help, where was he? In the big area by the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I heard him. He said, "Dad," straight up there.
And he pushed himself up off of his bed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you helped him down the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
and you put him in the bath,
Mm-hmm.
and you took him out of the bath,
Mm-hmm.
and what'd you do with the water that was in the bathtub?
Left it in there.
You left it in there?
Yeah.
Did you leave a cigarette butt in there too?
Possibly.
Okay. And then so you laid him on the floor there in the living room behind the couch,
Mm-hmm.
and he's throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
What clothes did you put on him?
Gray, tan pants, a black t-shirt.
Okay. And where are the rest of his clothes?
He them all, ripped them all. That's how bad it was. If I sent him to school, they called me saying he don't have a hood. His jacket is ripped in half. I got a price tag. I just went out and bought the jacket a day ago.
But he hasn't been to school in 2 years.
Right, but I'm talking about this is norm. So I mean, so he has other clothes. I mean, from his school year, because he obviously didn't wear the same thing every day.
Okay.
So he had other clothes and other clothes and other clothes, but it got to the point where I just let him get his shorts and his t-shirt because he never went nowhere.
So when you went upstairs to get him, he was naked?
Yeah.
So he just sits upstairs naked all day?
Sometimes, yeah.
Why is that?
Because he on himself and it is giving him a rash. Like he'd soak it down so good. I'm not exaggerating, you man. Sometimes I go up there and I think I'm in the Pacific Ocean. How? I don't know. Can one get so much water? I mean, I monitor his water too. I hadn't given him more than he can bear or anything like that. You know what I mean? I try to give him enough to stay hydrated. And
okay. So these injuries that he has, they just appeared, or
no, he had them over time. I mean, but what was I supposed to do?
take him to the doctor?
But look, here, I always assessed them. I always checked them and made sure nothing was broken or too far bad in my eyes. I mean, because at the same time, you got to understand this. I done had social services at my house maybe 40, 50 times. I done had, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for me to bring him to the doctor like, oh, he cracked his nugget again, and social services already told me the only way they're going to take him is if they charge me with something. Like neglect or it's not, I can't do this. Can y'all please help me?
So your story, I just want to go back to this too. You said this morning, first thing this morning, I think you said around 6 a.m. on the camera, you noticed he was plunging himself, I think was your word?
Yeah.
So he is,
but I wasn't quite sure because the light was off.
Okay. So like, there was like a yellow stool thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
he must have snapped it off because last time I checked, it was still connected inside of the thing.
I'm sorry, what?
It was still connected inside of the stool.
What do you mean?
The wood piece?
Mm-hmm. The wooden piece was
still connected.
Who said anything about the wooden piece not being connected?
Who said anything about it not being connected?
You said that he must have snapped it off.
Yeah, he did it. Had to.
When?
I noticed that this morning.
And that's what he was plunging?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what you mean by plunging to me?
All right, so look. He had, a chair like this.
Right.
You take the back off.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to sit flat on the ground.
Okay.
And I seen him going like this. You hear me? I wasn't telling it. I wasn't able
so
to
he's
tell.
putting the chair leg in his butt. That's what you're saying he's doing.
Yep, but here's the thing. I wasn't able to tell if that's what he was doing or if he was just taking another. Because every night he'll get up, he'll do stuff like this. And just, slam it and scream, ah! You know what I mean? Now I'm like, what the f*** is going on? I gotta work. He only do it on the days that I gotta work the most.
Where do you work?
If ever I did work. Whenever I can, I try to go to the temp service leg work, but I can't never work there that often because of the anxiety, stress. I mean, I'm trying to hold it together. But,
So this morning at 6 a.m. you see him, and I'm using your words, plunging on this chair.
not quite sure. I seen close to it, and that's what it looked like to me. It just
So
looked
you've seen
like,
him do this before?
yeah, but usually with his fingers and, he tried a couple of toys one time. I told social services, I mean, they you can't stop him from being gay or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So you think he's doing this because he's gay?
I'm not sure if he wanted to hurt I know he liked to hurt himself every day. It's a combination. I don't know.
And so then later on you said something about the tarp being up his butt?
But it's hard coming up his butt.
You said he pulled it out and he was squirting blood?
Yeah.
The tarp?
On the tarp. No, he pulled the stick out. Or whatever, the stool piece. He pulled it out of his ass.
So you did see it in his ass then?
Yes. The second time
Okay.
I came upstairs. Because like I said, the first time I'm just watching him. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He do it for a little bit, and we stopped. It was all good. And then,
You didn't go up and check on him that time?
because he got himself together quick. So,
But at that point you knew he didn't poop because you said he would throw it if he pooped.
not all the time. You don't do
Okay.
the same thing every day.
But you didn't see poop from the camera?
Nah, I can't see it on the camera.
Okay.
So I had to go up there and check, of course.
Okay.
So,
But you didn't go up and check the first time. You waited till the second time.
right. Yeah, because I didn't want to, if somebody was home, I didn't want to wake the house up or cause more chaos. You know what I mean?
Where would everybody be at 6 a.m.?
My dog get to working. My girl work. Jenny go for walks.
What time's your girl work?
Evening, morning, it varies sometimes.
It varies. It's not in the evening only.
Lately it's been, but it varies sometimes. So,
Okay.
like I said, I didn't want to be a hassle that early in the morning. Like I said, I haven't been to sleep. So I got to try to stay calm, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
as I can and deal with the situation again, you know what I mean. So I go up there.
In the attic.
Yep.
Is there a light up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had TVs up there, all that. It was a room. But he screwed up.
But that's not what it is today. Today it's an empty room with a broken stool and a bucket.
Right. But it usually be his bedroom. Like I said, I open it up at night. I bring his bed out and bring his tarp out.
And by his bed you mean like a green lawn chair
I had to go with that route because you got to understand as a parent when you got an 11-year-old pissing and shitting on that thing every day. What are you supposed to do? Put a mattress?
I'm just making sure that that's the bed that you're talking about.
Yes,
It's the
ma'am.
green cotton lawn chair looking.
Yeah. And
So
the
what
reason
did you put it in the other room then?
You said when?
Yeah.
This morning. Well, a little bit. Yeah, about mid-morning. Yeah. Probably after I went and checked on him the first time, yeah.
So you
Second time after I went and checked on him. I'm like, we got to get this up. And I'm just looking over. He's responsive at the time. Like I said, he responsive. So I'm like, let me just get this out the way so we don't trip or get hurt. And I get him downstairs immediately.
So you talk about these outbursts that he has all the time. 24/7 it sounds like, right? Keeping you up at night, he's being defiant, he's having these outbursts or this acting out. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any of that on video that you could show us what you mean by that?
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Because it would be so embarrassing for me to be walking around with that in my phone. Like, I loan my phone to my friends and stuff. Like, what would they think of that?
Okay. Earlier you said that you've been telling people about these outbursts. You've been telling all these people about his crazy behavior. And all this stuff he's doing. Who did you tell?
Well, CPS, only the 30, 40 times they came to my house, but they never found me to be an unfit parent or, you know what I mean? Or
Who else have you been telling?
And the police. The last time I called the police.
So those are the only people that you're telling that he's so outlandish and crazy?
Yup.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm an adopted child. I don't have any other siblings real close to me that I could be like, you know what I mean, share that personal level with. I had a couple friends that I tell, like, you know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, because I even asked a friend, like, well, we make a child.
So you did talk to a friend about this?
Yeah.
Who's that? What friend did you talk to?
My friend John.
John what?
I don't know his last name. I just know he used to live in Dayton probably about 3 months ago.
So he's a personal friend that you can confide your business about what your kid's doing, but you don't know his last name?
Nah, you know how it be. We just hang out often.
What's his phone number?
I don't know it.
How do you get in touch with him?
I don't talk to him no more. We ain't friends.
3 months ago, how did you get in touch with him?
3 months ago, I would just go to the area he hang out in.
All right. And his name's just John.
Yeah.
What's John look like?
Light skin, long braids,
What's his street name?
skinny black.
That's a street name or that's a description of him?
That's his name, skinny black.
Skinny Black. All right.
Mhm.
Where's he hang out at?
I don't know where he hangs out currently, but
Where was he hanging out 3 months ago?
I used to just see him at the bus stop by Salem, and we'd kick it, drink,
Which bus stop on Salem?
close to Walgreens, and we just drink beers and stuff.
How often do you drink?
Every other day.
Every other day? What do you drink? What's your drink choice?
Coke 45.
Okay. How much do you drink?
Maybe 1 or 2 a day. I mean, 1 or 2 every other day. Not that much.
Any drugs?
Mm-mm.
Marijuana?
Yeah, but recreational only and religious.
What religion?
Rasta.
Okay.
There was a tablet in the bathroom. I think it has a code. What's the code to the tablet?
The code to the tablet, I don't know. It changed so much. It's not my tablet.
Who is it?
It's my girl's.
Amanda?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone?
Yes, I do.
When did you Google about him eating his feces?
I can't remember.
Recently? Last couple weeks?
That's been a good while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I tried to check in on it like a long time ago.
So when did...
And I first realized that's what he was doing, but he never did it. He was, at one point, like, he would just spread it around. He would never, eat it, like, every day. I mean, eat it every day, like,
So when did he stop breathing?
He stopped breathing after I laid him down, and he's still moving and talking a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And right, just said, "Dad." I'm like, okay, that was it.
Were you on the phone with 911 at this point or no?
I got on the phone with 911 after I got him out the bathtub. Yeah.
Okay, so then when you laid him on the floor,
He
you
was
would have been
still
on...
breathing. Yeah, he was still breathing.
When he said, "Dad," and he's laying on the floor, you would have been on the phone with 911?
I went up there to see what was wrong with him. This is before I don't know what's wrong with him.
Oh, I thought 5 seconds ago, I thought you just said you got him out of the bath and you laid him on the floor. I had asked you when he stopped breathing, and you said that he said "Dad," so he was still breathing.
Nah, he won't. He was still breathing, but he didn't say "Dad" then. He was just, a little coherent. That's why he was just a little.
So why did you start CPR?
Why? Because as I'm on the phone with the ambulance, she told me to check for a pulse, and it stopped. And that's when I started CPR.
So he stopped breathing while you were on the phone with 911.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you tell 911 when they originally answered the call?
I can't remember. I'm thinking I'm telling them my son is unresponsive and he's not breathing.
But he was breathing. And he was responsive.
It was off and on. It wasn't enough. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It wasn't enough. He's still breathing.
Did you call 911 immediately or did you wait a little bit?
Nah, immediately.
Okay. And nobody was home when you called 911?
Not that I'm aware of, no ma'am.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been up for 3 days. I barely made people be in that house around me like this. I don't pay attention to it much. Only concern I'll be worried about is if he about to crack his head open again. That's my only concern. Yeah, that is my only concern, I promise you, mama. And look, this is what I was trying to tell you. He did his leg like this on the stairs on there. Boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Both of them. Boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I've been checking on him, right? This is over a course, 3-day period. And every day I'm checking his wounds. He got me pecked with feces.
Were they packed with feces today?
Today? No.
No.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. But they were packed with feces yesterday?
And the day before that. and the day before that, and the day before that.
I wonder why you didn't pick to do that today.
We clean it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder too. I don't know what happened. I'm still shocked. I'm telling you, I don't know. And he was like, he didn't make it. I'm like, wow, are you serious? How? Like, what would kill him? I don't know.
So we're here to find out from you.
I didn't think that, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What would kill him? I don't know. I really don't. And that's what I was trying to tell the officers. Like, I really did not do this. I really did not do
At
this.
what point did you dress him? Did you dress him before or after you called 911?
I dressed him before.
Okay. So you get him out of the bathtub, he's laying there.
Mm-hmm.
Not really doing much?
Yeah, just little, just little movements and little eye movements. I'm like, put your clothes on. I'm helping him put his clothes on. Put his clothes on. And once I laid him back after that again, it was bad. All I know is I opened his mouth to give him CPR, and I smelled the worst thing ever. And I started gagging, and I'm trying to clean his face off and get right back to it.
So, at what point you go upstairs to get him after he called out to you?
Mm-hmm.
Bring him downstairs, put him in the bath,
Mm-hmm.
lay him down on the floor, you get him dressed, call 911. When did you go back upstairs and lock the back part up?
I did that before I even brought him down.
So after he called out for you, you locked it?
Yep, because he was still looping. Like, I just had to get the tarp and the bed out of the way because I realized that I had to carry him. It was in my way.
Okay.
And the closet is right there, so I'm just, boom, in the closet. That way I don't have to carry him and trip and fall and be hurt again.
I thought the bed and the tarp was already put away.
Sometimes I put it away. Every morning, every day it gets put away at a certain point.
Okay.
It was still out at this time.
Okay. All right. So before he calls out for you and you run over there and you throw that stuff in there and lock the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything else that you can think of that would have caused these injuries that killed him? No.
Besides him skydiving off that banister, I do not know.
Skydiving off that banister?
Pretty much.
What banister?
You know how it's a railing right there in that room? I mean, in his bedroom, you know how there's a rail going across? He climb it and jump. Jump, flip, roll, smack, all the time now. It wouldn't matter if I had him downstairs, upstairs, or around the corner. He will always find a way. He tried to jump out my car before.
So he stopped breathing once you were on the phone with 911. And they gave you directions on CPR?
Yeah, I set my hands down his throat, try to clear out his airway.
Got that really bad smell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, stay still for a minute. We'll be back. That water's yours.
Thank you. Like I said, I truly don't believe them girls did nothing to hurt him.
You don't think those girls did anything to hurt him?
I would like to think not. I don't think so. I believe my child would have told me.
Okay.
But me knowing his actions and seeing him every day, I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Hey, real quick, do you have your phone? Do you know where it is?
It might be in my truck.
In your truck?
Yeah.
When did you put it there?
I just lose it. I just leave it every day or lose it somewhere every day.
Well, where did you call 911 from?
My phone. Oh, yeah. I did. I used my phone to call 911. And, where did I have it? I don't know what I did with it. I was running around the house, freaking out, you know what I mean? After I got off the phone with him, I knew the officer was going to be there and everything like that. Like I said, I don't know where I set it in the blink of an eye.
Did you put it in your truck?
I don't think so. No, I wouldn't have did that. That don't make no sense. I wouldn't have ran outside and put it in my truck with my child in there. No, man.
Okay. We were looking at your history. It looks like you had a couple of, you've got a couple things going on.
Oh, it's small stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like the child endangering. What was that?
My child was, I went to my baby mama house. I ain't even had custody of kids. I went to sleep at night at my baby mother house. Our kids was 3 and 4 years old. And, one of them unlocked the door and went outside. And they was in their diapers playing in the front yard. And that's what it was about. My mom took the kids for a day or two and gave them right back to me.
Okay. There's one in here too for strangulation.
That was on a guy. That it was an even match. He attacked me, and I defended myself. I'm not a violent person. I just defended myself. And the guy actually came to court and told the truth and spoke on my behalf. Everything else was just driving and nothing.
So, where is your older child?
My son Khalil,
Yeah.
I think he's staying Seattle, Washington.
With who?
His mom.
Okay. What's his mom's name?
Paris.
Paris?
Mm-hmm.
Paris Collins.
Yep.
Did you ever talk to her?
She had him. She took the photo for me for a little bit. And that was about it. She gave him back. And that was it.
Has he been anywhere, has he been to visit her anytime in the last couple of years?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Has he been anywhere else? Like outside of Dayton?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, he been I want to say maybe one time or two times after I left the state. He probably stayed at my girlfriend's mom's house. But she watched him for about a day or two and sent it back. That's about it.
Wisconsin?
Yep.
Okay.
For medical release.
I think so.
Can we get one signed for the children's?
Huh?
Can we get one signed for the children's?
And my mother's name is Tamika Nicholas.
Your mom?
Yeah, because she might want to know about JoJo.
Tamika Nichols?
Mm-hmm. She lives in Nashville.
I do not have that. But why I got you here, would you be willing to consent to DNA? Giving us a DNA standard?
What do you want my DNA for? Yes, ma'am.
I mean, that's a...
I'll give y'all legal consent. I've been cooperating the whole time.
Yeah.
I snapped out when they told me my child was dead. I just don't believe it. I don't feel like they're trying to put that on me.
I'm going to have you take those out and just rub them around your cheeks and stick them back in.
Just pertaining to that crime?
Yep. So, I'm trying to understand these marks all over him.
Like I said, every day.
He can't do that on his own.
Every day. Oh, he slams back. He runs, he jumps, and wherever he lands. I mean it. Or, you know what he'd do? Excuse me, if you could just pay attention for a second. You know how you got that rail right here by the stairway?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he do to me. Boom. Hard as he can. Just fall out.
Why?
I don't know why. I never understood it. It's all in that. All because he didn't get his way every time that he wanted it. It ain't take much to make him upset. You know, he was a bully. He wanted to go back to school, but he didn't understand that he can't go in the classroom and do that and lock the teachers out and get suspended all the time. I mean, I was trying to work back then. I had a job paying $18 an hour. I was working good. And I lost it because of my child. Because he kept getting suspended. And he kept getting suspended and kicked off the bus. And, yeah.
Well, I think you know we've talked to the other people here.
Okay.
And your story is not consistent with his injuries as theirs. Okay? I will tell you that.
I don't know what to say.
Well, it's your chance. Like, I understand if you were frustrated with him at different points because you hadn't slept or because he would do things that bothered you or disgusted you. Here's your chance to say it. But to blame him on him like he's doing it when we know that's
the only thing I probably did is spank his bottom or hold him down to keep him from eating his shit. Everything else, I don't know nothing about.
Or put hot sauce on his butt so it'll burn.
That I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I know you did.
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
To try to get him to quit cracking on himself. Yeah, my daddy did me like that when I was little. When I used to suck my thumb, he put some hot sauce on, and I ain't put it in my mouth no more.
So you think putting hot sauce on his butt would make him not poop?
Maybe it'd burn, because here's the thing, he would try to sit in it for so long to where it built up and just destroyed his skin. A bruise on a wet body that stays wet consistently all the time, I mean, it don't take much. Like I said, maybe I could have put a couple of injuries on him, trying to keep him from eating his feces at the time, but to just, you know what I mean, go to town on him, or just to beat him randomly. Nah, that never happened.
Okay, basically this is medical release just to get his medical history, obviously to see about the time he jumped out the window and
right.
Any other history that there is. So I'm just going to have you sign here, giving us permission to pull that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It was so wet that it
signature and then
much.
print. So I need your signature and then I need you to print and date today's date. Today's the 13th. 12, 13, 19. Not here. Okay. What is the...
Like I said,
have you do it again? Just... I think for maybe something more.
So you telling me they saying that I'll beat him to death?
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's very inaccurate.
When you spank him, what do you spank him with?
My hand.
Your hand. You don't use anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Just your hand.
Yeah. Okay. And that's rarely that, because he was thinking so damn bad that if I touch him, that I'm gonna smell for days. Nobody in the house wanted to touch him. I mean, Janie was left there with him majority of the time. Amanda was left there with him other times while I'm at work, and it'd be the same way. He just had bruises, and I ain't never asked because I know they didn't beat him. But at the same time, I know what he do. You know.
I thought you took a shower every day.
Yeah.
So if he walks around naked, how's he stink so bad?
You say how?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. It's just stuck on him when you do it so long. So long, man. I'll just be sitting on the couch and get the biggest breeze of his urine and his feces, and that's it. I could take him right out the shower and smell him, and it still be very, very, very strong. Unbearable.
So, obviously he drove you crazy.
I don't want to say that.
Well, I
I was
he
on the
irritated
verge.
you. He made you angry. You sit here and talk about how he stunk.
Yeah, I ain't slept in days, but I wouldn't say that. At times he did drive me crazy. At times I did not know what I would do, but I would always try to stay level-headed and just see through it another day.
But I'm sure there's times that you didn't. And we know you didn't. In all honesty, we have witnesses, obviously, that were there when you were doing this stuff to him. Yeah, all these marks that are not self-created.
Yeah, half of them are not. Some of them, like I said, I spank them at times.
What'd you spank him with?
A spatula.
A spatula?
Yeah. It was flat. Yeah.
What is this here?
That's a rash. That's from his nastiness. Just a rash. Laying in his piss every day, ate his back up.
No, that's not.
That, I don't know what that is. I thought it was a rash. I've been seeing it for weeks. I actually thought it was a rash.
Maybe if you took him to the doctor, you would know.
What could I have done to cause that? What causes
Drag
that?
him
Drag him where?
Down the steps.
No, ma'am.
on
No,
the
ma'am.
carpet.
No, ma'am. We don't have any carpet. I did not drag him. I mean that. We don't have no carpet. I didn't drag the boy.
You didn't see the tear in his butt today, in his anal area?
The tear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, the
The
tear.
tear.
I think it's swollen, but I
It's
didn't.
plain as day a cut. Yep. A tear, actually.
It's possible.
Did you have to hold him down in the bathtub? Was he fighting you to get out of the bathtub?
Mm-mm. No. No, ma'am. Not at all.
So as nasty as he
Jane
is,
spanked him
you
before.
take him.
Amanda spanked him before. We all use the same thing. The spatula. It ain't never been nothing heavy. I just pop him on the butt a couple times. Whap, whap, whap. Get right. Because he obviously just keep trying to hurt himself.
Get right before what? You started to say
No,
get right
no,
before.
see, that's the mind games. It's not before what? It's get right before you hurt yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, before you endanger yourself.
Okay.
Like, stop where your head. I used to always tell them that. Stop where your head. Just stop.
How come I asked you like 2 or 3 times what you spanked him with and you told me your hand and then...
Yeah, usually it would be my hand, but I have used a spatula. I want to be honest as possible. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, like that drag mark, or that you call it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like to me.
Don't know what that is. I'm telling you, never seen it. Besides the fact, when I did see it, I just thought it was a rash.
So all these marks are probably spatula marks? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
That's consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Is that what killed him?
I would say the spatula marks did not. But possibly throwing him around or stepping on him or putting your knee on his chest or something
And
along
it was
those
only,
lines.
yeah, I did this morning, but it was only to keep him from hurting himself. Like, he didn't want to come off the thing that was in his butt. Like, he wanted to fight for it. I'm like, I ripped it out, and he was still, you know what I mean, aggressive. I'm like, you need to lay down, settle down. He didn't want to lay down. I just tried to get him to calm down for a second.
So what did you do to make him calm down?
I just laid him down flat and just, put my knee on his back. I didn't put a lot of pressure on it. I just held it to where he could, you know what I mean?
Make him put his hands behind his back?
Yeah, because just anything to get him to stop. Because I couldn't watch it again. Him eat his shit again.
So he's naked, you pulled this thing out of his butt, which probably hurt. I mean, I'm guessing it hurt him.
It must have. I didn't know at the time. I mean, at all, I don't do the butt thing. I don't know nothing about it. What hurt was my pride and my feelings. And the fact that he's up there doing that. He know how embarrassing that is. I'm like, what are you doing? Give me that. And that's when it squirted out, miss. And that's when I addressed it right away.
So I'm sure you were embarrassed and pissed.
Nah. Nobody was up. Nobody was there. Nobody was around that I knew of. You hear me? But usually, that's what I'm saying. Usually it can be. But no, it wasn't at the time.
So you pull it out of his butt and he's still fighting you a little bit. You roll him over and you put your knee on his back, have him put his hands behind his back.
Yup. And I probably spanked him with a spatula a couple times. Yes, ma'am.
This morning too?
Yes, ma'am. Yup. Right when he put up the fight for the steak then in his ass, I did. Yeah, after I checked on his wound, though, because it was my way of telling him, like, don't do that again. Do not.
So you put him in the bathtub, you check his butt, right? Okay, and then you get him out and you whoop him?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Spatula.
Yep, because I didn't want to whoop him right away, not knowing what was going on with his butthole. You know what I mean?
And then you have to go back upstairs?
Yeah.
Did you put hot sauce on him today?
No.
So he goes back upstairs, and then at some point you had thrown his bed into another room, or was that later? I mean, I'm just trying to be accurate on this.
Yeah, that was. I'm trying to see what ask him again.
You pull the stick out of his butt, you take him downstairs, you give him a bath, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then you
the bed.
hit him with the spatula.
Nah, the bed was still there.
Okay, at that point it was still there.
Yep.
So, and then after you hit him with the spatula, what do you do then?
That was it. I walked off.
Did he go upstairs by himself, or what did he do?
No, I did it when he was laying down in the bed. You know what I mean?
So he gets out of the bath and then goes back up there naked.
Yep, back to bed. Yes, ma'am.
So he goes up there naked. He doesn't eat or anything like that, and then you go up
We
there.
had him already. He didn't want to eat his food.
Okay. So you go back up there with the spatula and whoop him.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what do you do?
That's it. I go back downstairs and I sit down. And I just watch him to see if he's going to do anything else that can cause more harm than a spanking. And that's what I wait for. And I just sat there and I watched him. And that was it. He didn't do anything. After that. Yes, ma'am.
And then at some point he calls you up there again?
Yes, ma'am. Yup, and that's when I went to go check on him. And that's when he it started not looking good.
He didn't look good? So what did he look like then? He was laying on his bed? What did he look like?
And he pushed himself up. He was just like that. He just a little alert, a little loopy. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of both. And I decided to get him downstairs, try to wash that throw up out of him, and that's when he started to go away.
Okay. And you tied the water in from when he went down there earlier?
And he was in the water going like this, and you know what I mean, shaking and jumping, but I didn't have to hold him down or dunk him in the water. Yeah, so he was laying on his side, doing this, something, he just putting on the show again, you know what I mean?
He puts on a show like he's having a seizure?
Oh yeah, 24/7. Like this.
Are you sure he's putting on a show? I mean, he has been to the hospital.
Yes, ma'am, it was not a seizure because, look, I can tell him, like, stop it right now, and here's the sucker many times, and he'd be like, okay, Dad, thanks for my sucker. No, it was just a show.
Okay, so then he goes, you put him in the bathtub, and that's not working or whatever, so you get him out and put him on the floor.
Yeah.
And then you go and get clothes for him.
No, I'm already on the phone with 911 because he seemed like he's in and out of it. So, yeah, I'm grabbing his clothes, getting him dressed.
And in the meantime, Amanda's freaking out and saying, I got to get out of here. You take care of this. I'm going to the store.
Nah. I can't recall her saying that to me. I don't even, like I said, I've been up for 3 days. I don't even know if she was there or not. I cannot recall her saying.
Pretty sure you would remember if somebody freaked out because a kid's not responding.
Nah.
Oh, that's something that even a little bit of missing sleep probably wouldn't really make
Man,
you
it's
forget.
been 3 days since I've been asleep, man, I'm telling you. And I can't tell you at this point. I cannot. You want the accurate answers. That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to get you.
Be
I
accurate.
don't want to give you nothing I don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? I have a question though.
What's that?
What is to happen to my child body?
What happened to it?
Yeah. I mean, what are they going to do with it?
Well, it's going to go to the coroner's office.
And they going to cremate him?
Mm,
Or who has I have sole custody. So do I still have to say so?
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how that works
I
either.
don't want him to donate his organs or anything like that. They probably already took him by now, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Why would you want his organs donated?
I just don't believe in that. The black market, where no one can shop on it but the right people. I just don't believe in it.
He has to have an autopsy done.
Yeah, so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, to see what caused it, right?
All of his
See all the
injuries
injuries
and
inside.
see if it was because he was drowned or because he was hit up against the wall.
Yeah, when I was pumping him, it did sound like he had water in him. You know what I mean? And he woke up lupus. So I'm thinking last night when I gave him all that water to drink, that get that poop out of his stomach, he could have had it in his lungs then and I didn't know it.
Or
So you
maybe
think he had a bunch of water in his
I did give him a
stomach all
whole
night
bunch
long?
of, yes ma'am, I gave him a whole bunch of water because
and today he drowned from it?
I'm thinking so. Because look, I was trying to get the poop out of his stomach. I mean that. I swear to God, I do believe that's what happened. Because look, when I'm pumping my son's chest, I could feel the water. I could hear the water. You hear me? In his body. And on the phone, I didn't know. Yeah, he drank plenty of it.
Okay.
But at the time, like I wasn't thinking that he could have died from it. You know what I mean? I would only did it to help him.
Yeah.
Because he looked bad. His stomach was out there here. I'm like, what in the hell did you been doing or what you been eating? Ain't nothing that good in this world to take you from this to that. And drink the water for me, please. He did. And
Wasn't defiant about drinking the water?
he said, was he defiant? Not really. He just slamming him down. And yup, he just slamming him down, slamming him down, slamming him down. And he did start to throw up.
So he threw up yesterday?
Last night, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I'm giving him the water to
Right.
get him to throw up.
Okay.
He threw up a little bit. And I seen there wasn't no poop in it. And I tried to get him to do it again. And then he didn't throw up.
Okay. What did his day look like yesterday? What did you guys do yesterday? Start with yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning,
Mm-hmm.
the same. I mean, I just fed him.
You
Checked.
fed him?
Yeah, he had breakfast. I spent some time with him. And I tried to talk to him about his problems and being a better kid and how he can change. And he's telling me he loved me so much, and you know what I mean, and that he gonna try to do better. And you know, we spent a couple hours together, and that was it. He had lunch. He had dinner. Did he lay down the whole day? I want to say. I'd say he probably did. But that was pretty much it. I mean, sometimes you can't get on and do nothing here just later.
When did the steadiness start where he's walking into walls or stumbling around or whatever you studied?
See, that's the thing. I damn near fell asleep. And this shit started about 2 days ago. Is when he started this. Not a matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, I'd say about 2 days ago we started doing that. And I'm just like, thought he was playing around. And, he didn't look sick. He was
just tell me about 2 days ago what that day looked like.
Same thing. We used to have the norm. Big chit chats and counseling sessions, you want to call it, and that's it.
So you were home with them for the past 3 days?
I want to say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I think he drank so much water. I'm pretty sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he drinks that much water and then he gets in trouble when he pees or poops,
No,
it's probably not a good thing.
I understand that's kind of double jeopardy,
Mm-hmm.
but I never did this before. I never had him, drink all this water, drink all this water, drink all this water, until I seen his belly looking like that. I was concerned. Maybe you ate too much shit, or maybe you're starting to show. And he, and I just wanted him to throw up. I just wanted to know that it wasn't nothing wrong inside of him at the time, you know what I mean? And that's what he did. He threw up one time, and then that was it.
Did you ever pour salt in his wound? No, just hot sauce?
Yeah,
Never salt?
no. I poured salt on the floor upstairs sometimes just to try to get that piss to soak up out the cracks and stuff like that. But other than that, no, it wasn't no punishment with the salt and nothing like that. I ain't put no salt in his water. I ain't did nothing like that. Like I said, it really shocked me today. I'm still shocked. This is going to be the rest. I'll be in prison for the rest of my life because of this right here. Because of my child.
Why are you going to be in prison?
I'm the man. I'm the only parent. I'm responsible. You know what I mean? And it's just bad. Like I said, I probably did get in too much water, but I never had intentions on making it cause that. I was getting fed up as a parent, yeah, but I was not trying to kill my child or hurt my child, molest my child, do anything wrong to my child, but get him to use the bathroom and the toilet like a normal 11-year-old child. And he just didn't want to do it. He would actually do both. Go piss in the toilet and save the big play for upstairs or for when we're watching TV or whatever. Mm-hmm. Can I ask y'all a question? Have y'all dealt with this before or something similar?
What do you mean?
I just need some help right now. Like, my child is dead. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And they looking at me like I'm, you know what I mean? That's not good.
No, it's not. Why did you hide the stool leg?
No, I just took it away from him. I didn't really hide it.
Where'd you put it?
I remember putting it, I don't know where I put it at. To be honest, I probably stuck it behind the dresser, just out of sight real quick.
Behind the dresser?
Yeah, somewhere out of sight.
Out of sight of who?
Me and him.
Why out of your sight?
Because it reminded me of where I pulled it out from. That's pretty gross. I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want the baby to get a hold of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, it was definitely out of his sight because he was locked upstairs and not allowed to come out. So that wasn't an issue.
It never that he was not allowed to come out. He just didn't want to come out respectful. You can't come out and shit on yourself right beside somebody. And not that you don't want. That you can't.
So he wasn't allowed because he pooped his pants.
Nah, it ain't that he wasn't allowed. Sometimes we put a diaper on him and we kicked it. You know what I mean? He actually had diapers. And adult diapers and all that. I'm just trying to teach him a lesson, but not in the physical aspect.
You taught him a lesson.
It took his life. And I am very sorry. I mean that. It kills me. You hear me? To know that water did that, and then my attitude, the way I've been spanking him. I ain't gonna lie, I did get out of control at times, but not that often. And I thought he would snap back from it. You know what I mean? From his ass whooping. I didn't know that water was going to do that. But I'm believing that's when he started acting funny, right? He had too much. But,
I think it's probably the ass whooping, but.
You think so?
Yeah.
It killed him?
I mixed up a lot of things that were going on.
Stress. I got a question though. If I don't know, man. I'm afraid for my life. Yeah. I'm hurt that my child is gone. It's unbelievable. Like I still don't believe right now. He's dead, gone, not coming back.
You're afraid for your life?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. Your child's dead and you're afraid for your life.
I'll be spending the rest of my life in prison. I'm 30 years old. What I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, all because I tried to raise my child the right way and he became defiant and we ran into a situation. You know what I mean? People knew what he was doing. Yeah, but at the same time, it wasn't for them to do anything about it. It was for me to do something. I feel like I should have really just tried harder on getting him some better counseling. Yeah. But we in Ohio at that too. That's automatic death penalty, ain't it? It is, ain't it?
What are you thinking is death penalty?
They just changed the law.
I'll look into that, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Alright, anything else?
Yeah. Is the girls gonna be alright? I mean, I really shouldn't be worried about that at this point, but I just don't want them to get into no type of trouble. You know, they tried to help me so much with taking care of them and, you know, making sure things didn't get out of hand and all that.
I can't talk for the girls yet. I don't think any decisions have been made, so.
But I'm just begging y'all, please, take into consideration. I did not get my child out of foster care. I fought 4 years for him. Just to turn around and do him like this, you hear me? Mm-hmm. I moved from North Carolina to Wisconsin. It's over 1,800 miles away, just to make sure that, you know what I mean, I can be a part of my son's life. I had never, ever had intentions on doing this or seeing it going so far. I really just thought his behind would be all right the next day and you know, he'll continue with his behaviors. I did grow a little angry when I was thinking this, but with that special. I'm getting life in prison, huh?
Let's see how it goes, man.
Strong possibility.
Possible.
Please, y'all, please don't do it to me.
Just hang on real quick, okay?
I'm only 30, please.
Go ahead and stand up real quick for me. Face that wall. No, turn around and face me. Okay. Now, look at me first. There you go. Take your look.
What's your name?
Pull it down. It's kind of pretty bad. You think they can use some stitches or something? I doubt they're going to put stitches in there.
Oh, well, you need to
They'll probably give you some drugs. They're going to go to the hospital. Go ahead and have a seat for me.
You said I am?
Yeah, we're taking the hospital.
See, from my lip.
Yeah.
All right, man. Go stand up. Put your hands behind your back.
We're going to take you to the valley. Get you checked out. All right?
You can tell me what I'm being charged with.
Right now, murder and child endangering.
Murder?
Yes. What does murder mean?
Murder means you killed your child.
I planned it.
What's that?
That means I planned it or something.
No, I didn't say you planned it. What I'm saying is that you murdered your son.
Anybody else being charged?
They decided to.
Someone made it. It's in the inside.
Anything else on you? Just your wallet, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
You know my shoes? I'm sorry. Do you know my shoes? Yeah, they're in the other room. We'll get them.